What is up, homies? Christian back at it again with another Twin Sons action figure close-up. And today I have for us the Hasbro 6-inch black series, The Mandalorian. Now, this figure came out on Triple Force Friday, so you can see that this is The Mandalorian in the first 20 minutes of the first episode. And to be honest, I think this is the best look. Let's take a look at some of the sculpt work and paint on him. His helmet, very well done. Looks just like it does on the TV show. He's even got the rusted out sides and the top of it. Included that. The shoulder pads, and before I get into the shoulder pad, let's get into these potch marks and this silver paint. Let's put it all over the body, and it looks wonderful. Really gives that worn in feel that they really have in the show. Looks like it's been lived in for a long time. He's gone through a few battles in this armor. He's got it here. They actually sculpted in the pock marks where he's been shot. So they got little dents here, dent here, here. Even got them in down here as well. And they're on his little wrist guards. Well, not even wrist guards, those forearm guards as well. So the sculpt and the paint on that is amazing. This is the first 20 minutes, as I said, so he has that Scarif Trooper shoulder pad, which I really like the colors of. It really got it looking like it did in the show, and in the movie too. Rogue One, when we first saw that armor. But as you can see, the chest is very well detailed. These potch marks just look amazing. They gave his little bandolier strap over. They actually painted and sculpted in the slugs for his rifle. The buckle up here is actually painted silver as well. And right here as well. His belt has more slugs here. He's got a pouch there. It's got these little things here. Forgive me, I don't remember exactly what these were. It's got some more slugs down here as well. The sculpt work on his wrist guards, very well done. Very well painted. I mean, they only have the one paint application of the silver, but I like how they put it here. And again, they put the silver here as well. Very good paint app. And the other one, similar silver paint on those potch marks. They actually sculpted in, you can see this, the texture of the body glove suit that he wears. It's not just flat, they actually put in some wrinkles. They put in that texture on the arm there. They did it right there as well. As well, they sculpted in some of that texture. All the wrinkles in here. Looks very good. Oh, missed a pouch here. Looks very good. I really like how they did that. They sculpted on his boot wraps. How he has the things wrapped around his boots. And standard feet. He does come with a holster. And speaking of holsters, let's get into the first accessory. His little pistol. Pistol fits well in the hand. He can't actually trigger it, but that's alright. The trigger hand is meant for the rifle, but he holds it well enough. The Mandalorian just practices good trigger discipline. That's what we all like to see, right? And you guys know me. I love it when you can do this. Yep, slides in the holster. And it buckles too. If I can get it. It is hard to buckle. There we go. But it buckles. And once again, the backdrop has fallen. So I'll see you guys in 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. But we are back at this now. So, let's go over his articulation, shall we? The head. Got swivel, left to right. A little bit of up. A lot of down. Can look down at the child, which is nice. He does get some tilt. Now, because of his cape, he only gets tilt to one side. The cape gets in the way. We'll go over the cape in just a second, too. So, elbow, all the way around. Up, the shoulder pads, really nicely done. They thought this out well. Goes right into that. You can see that? So you can get them up to just about 90 on the shoulder. Swivel at the elbow. The elbow does get up to about 90 degrees. is good. You can hold any gun out, or you can put the hand like this, because as you can see, this hand is a rifle holding hand, so you can lay it in there. Swivel at the wrist as well, at the forearm I should say. You can swivel that around. And the wrist, this one, is the up down swivel. And on the other arm, same articulation everywhere else except for the hand, where he's got the trigger hand, so it goes up and down like that instead, which is like what we like to see, you know. Also, they painted the blue arrow on the Scarif Trooper right there too. Very nice little touch. Did it on the other side as well. Torso gets a little bit of left, gets a little bit of right. I do like how they sculpted the bandolier to be loose. It's not glued down right here. It's glued down at the shoulder, so it doesn't hinder his articulation very much. A little bit of up, not much down. You know, just a little bit. Would have liked to have seen a little bit more, but it's still good enough. Legs come out. These do not hinder the leg movement very much. Just a little bit, but to be honest, you wouldn't get much farther with these articulation schemes anyway. That's all right. Let's look at the knee. Knee gets up to just past 90. These figures do still have the double jointed knees. Hasbro has been moving to a single jointed knee lately, but not on this one. So let's get into this cape, as I told you about. This cape, I think, is my biggest beef with this figure. It gets in the way. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks great. The sculpting on it is magnificent. They actually textured it. It's not even a hood, but it's just the way it lays up here. It looks really well done. But it's heavy. When you try to stand him, oh, of course he's gonna stand for me right now, you know? But usually when you try to stand him, the cape wants him to fall backwards, and it gets in the way a lot when you're trying to pose him. If you want to get him down in a one knee pose, the cape, as you can see, will just get in the way if you try to get him down like that. So, not the biggest fan. I would like to have seen them gone with a soft goods cape. I don't know what Hasbro's decision making is, because I've noticed half the time they do soft goods, half the time they do plastic vinyl like this. So they probably just go based off of what looks better when he's standing. Because when he's standing, it looks pretty solid, but there we go. As you can see, the weight on the back wants to pull him down that way. Now, he does come with his rifle. His rifle is immaculately done. It looks very well. Has 3 paint schemes on it. It's got the silver up here, the shock prongs part, the silver here, like the receiver part. It's got the wooden stock. Looks very well done. I love the detail on it. There's a lot of detail up in this receiver area. A lot of sculpt work, little gearbox right there, dents in here, some texturing here. It comes with this. And with this little prong here, you can actually, you see the 2 holes right here. It takes a little bit of seconds to line it up, but when you line it up, you can actually get this in there. It is kind of a pain to do, and it doesn't sit too deep in there, so don't force it in too much. It's not that deep of a peg hole, but it's enough of a peg hole. And it looks really good like this. I love the over-the-shoulder slung look like that. Hasbro did a great job with that. It's very simple, just a small peg hole. Don't need to swap out anything on the gun, like some other figures, like the SH Figure Arts one, where you need to swap out parts. It just sits in there. And the gun fits very well in his hand. Got to go in at an angle. And then this is where the trigger finger comes in. So he can trigger this gun, not his handgun. if you're gonna want him to trigger one gun, I'd rather it be the rifle, right? He holds the rifle very well. And I will say, holding the rifle is where the articulation shines on this figure, because he can actually shoulder it and bring it up real close, so you can actually line it up with his eye looking down the scope. It's very well done. You can have him holding it down like that. Looks really good. So all in all, I'd say this is a very good figure. Anyone who likes the Mandalorian, you need to have this figure, you know? It's a necessity. I know they are hard to find right now, but they are being re-released soon enough. I heard in the next few months we can start seeing them on shelves again. Hasbro heard us, heard the demand. So keep an eye out on the pegs. And next time, may the Force be with you.